Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the one-sided fights in anime so savage that the online sphere was up in arms. Number 20, playing on hard mode, Overlord. The unwritten rule of this anime has always been a simple one: Bone Daddy Ainz doesn't lose. His magic is broken to such an extent that life and death mean nothing to him. And while you'd think him going up against an armored monster would be a breeze, Ainz decides to set things on nightmare difficulty by using the weakest melee build he can think of. This leads to some of the best choreography the series has ever seen, and while Ainz certainly doesn't mind dabbling in some magic here and there, he mostly sticks to his guns by using a weak loadout to bring the king to his knees. Number 19, Your goes Titanic on Assassins. Spy Family. Yor's impeccable skills as an assassin were already laid bare for all to see, though her tenure as the Thorn Princess was truly put to the test when she had to face off against a ship full of mercenaries. Despite being cornered by overwhelming numbers, Yor manages to dig deep and go beast mode. With a little help from Anya off screen, she's able to weave through blades, block bullets, and put an end to a shocking amount of high-profile killers by her lonesome. Lloyd's wife is just built different. Number 18, Subaru gets humbled. ReZero starting life in another world. There have been few that have suffered as much as Subaru after getting his ass isekai'd into a fantasy world filled with magic, monsters, and a whole lot of death. Sadly, this was one instance where he really stepped in it. While trying to defend Emilia's honor, Subaru finds himself challenging Julius, wherein he gets absolutely demolished. Whatever illusion he had about having main character energy gets thrown out the window as he gets beaten into submission in front of everyone. After this display, it's a wonder he didn't instantly go for another restart. Number 17, Lucario. Pokemon. It was about time that Pikachu got knocked off their pitch as the official Poke mascot. Taking on the likes of Karina's Lucario in a mock battle, all parties involved underestimated the power of Lucario's Mega Evolution, which not only immensely raises its stats, but also offers a heaping helping of madness to boot. From that point on, Lucario goes off, wrecking Pikachu with sheer strength alone before hanging it out to dry. Ash was just lucky this wasn't another championship match. Number 16, welcome to the slaughterhouse. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. There are no happy endings in Night City, especially when you have the likes of Adam Smasher waiting in the wings. On a mission to save Lucy before he succumbs to cyberpsychosis, David comes face to face with the most dangerous gonk in the city, leading to an all-out war between them. Unfortunately for David, his stubbornness hasn't got a patch on Adam's assortment of chrome. Picking off the group one by one, Adam eventually leaves David a broken shell before finally putting an end to him. The only comfort left is knowing Lucy will live to see another day. Number 15, Simps Get Stomped. Baki. Introducing the son of Muhammad Ali as a rival for Baki to battle against was certainly a wild take, but given this franchise and its history with slipping real-world characters into the mix, it was nothing truly outlandish. Then came the great simpening. Whatever charm Alai Jr. had shuffled off the mortal coil when he became obsessed with Kozue and beating Baki. Alas, as soon as he steps into the ring, he instantly gets his happy place smashed in and is then choked out by Baki. If not for his papa's intervention, that would have been the end of a bloodline right then and there. Number 14, Alpha Nezuko, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. While strong in her own right, Nezuko's constant hiding from the sun and fear of giving in to her own bloodlust hadn't given her much time to grow as a fighter. That all changed with the arrival of Daki. Following the sadistic demon's attack on her brother, Nezuko levels up in a big way. Not only drastically aging, but also showcasing enough force to curb stomp an upper moon with shocking ease. Had she been able to contain her primal hunger, Daki would have been beaten into demonic paste then and there. Number 13, Shogo the Survivor. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. On paper, Shogo is unbeatable. By activating his unique skill Survivor, he automatically regenerates from any and all wounds. To Geld though, that just sounds like a challenge. How much can Shogo take before he breaks? The answer is a lot. As brutal as it is, there is something distinctly satisfying about seeing the arrogant Shogo get pounded into oblivion again and again. In fact, Shogo got punched in the face so many times, it became a bit of a viral meme for a time. Say what you will about his methods, but clearly no one doles out punishment quite like an Orc King. Number 12, never mess with a Ghoul, Tokyo Ghoul. Don't get it wrong, this isn't a standard fight. This is pure unbridled vengeance. Back when Tokyo Ghoul is still in its prime, people were lining up to see the sadistic Jason finally get his due. And after enduring days of unspeakable torture, Kaneki was more than happy to do the honors. It's bloody, but damn if it's not a sight to behold. Kaneki decides it's only fair to take an eye for an eye, or in this case, a torture for a torture. He even eats Jason's own ghoul organ to supercharge himself. Kaneki's revenge was long overdue, but based on the explosive reaction from viewers, it was worth the wait. Number 11, Mob Mentality, Mob Psycho 100. Some advice: never stand between Mob and his brother. If you're like Koyama and think you're the exception, you'll be facing a Mob that isn't even in control of his own power anymore. At that point, all that's left is fury, determination, and a 100% chance of some ass kicking. Mob Psycho always looks great, but you can tell the animators really went all out with this one in particular. Thankfully, their work paid off with a visual spectacle that single-handedly put the show on the map. This isn't the first time Mob goes 100%, and it wouldn't be the last either. But based on this scene's impact, it's certainly the most memorable. Number 10, Shanks Unsheathed, One Piece. For years now, we've heard constant stories about red hair Shanks and the fearful strength he wields as one of the 4 emperors of the sea. That being said, this was the first time we were witness to just how powerful Captain Shanks could truly be when he allows himself to cut loose. Taking on the full might of the Kid Pirates and their arsenal, Shanks makes a beeline for the front of the conflict, wherein we get to see the sheer magnitude of his haki. All it takes is one swing, and Eustace Kid's dream of wiping out another emperor is severed. Poor guy never stood a chance to begin with. Number 9, hollowed out. Bleach. It's saying something when Ichigo almost dies, and that's not even the most iconic part of the episode. Although that's probably because he immediately bounces back, completely hollow and ready to kick some Arrancar tail. From there, it's not really much of a fight at all. Poor Ulquiorra never even stood a chance. But on the bright side, he certainly got a lot of people talking. To this day, Bleach fans are still reeling from Hollow Ichigo's bloodthirsty fight against Ulquiorra. For an anime with hundreds of episodes, that's saying something. If you're going to die a painful death anyways, you could do a whole lot worse than Ulquiorra's legacy. Number 8, 100 Punches, Vinland Saga. If there's one thing Thorfinn knows how to do, it's take a beating. That's a good thing because in order to get an audience with King Canute, he must endure 100 straight punches. So, he does. He doesn't fight back, he doesn't resist. He simply takes it on the chin without so much as a whimper. Accompanied by beautiful music, it's impossible not to be moved by Thorfinn's display of grit, passion, and perseverance, especially knowing what he overcame to get there. Thorfinn should be angry, but when he finally meets the king, he chooses forgiveness with a single line that deserves to be heard for itself. And cue the waterworks. Number 7, Steely defeats JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders. In all of anime, there aren't many shows that get memed more than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And with Jotaro front and center, Stardust Crusaders was no different. See, he didn't just get revenge on the mischievous Steely Dan, he did it with style. In this case, that looks a lot like a no-holds-barred punch fest from Star Platinum. It may not seem all that extreme, but by God, the blows just keep coming and coming until it's almost funny. It left such an impression that Steely Dan would be punched again in all sorts of GIFs, edits, and remixes. Although this is JoJo we're talking about, what else would you expect? Number 6, One-Man Army, Naruto Shippuden. Madara Uchiha had long been fabled as one of the strongest shinobi to ever exist. So upon his resurrection, he was given ample opportunity to demonstrate his worthiness of the title. He did not disappoint. Single-handedly, Madara takes on the brunt of the allied army, where he doesn't so much hold his own as he completely dominates all who step before him, whether with his fists, his flame breath, or calling down a pair of meteors like it's nothing. It is an unparalleled display of ninjutsu superiority, instantly placing Madara at the pinnacle of the modern ninja world's greatest threats. Number 5, Fried Homunculus, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. To say this blazing beatdown was a long time coming would be putting it lightly. Since the original Full Metal Alchemist anime changed the series ending, manga readers spent years waiting for this fiery moment to be animated. And boy, did it deliver. Considering Envy murdered Mustang's best friend, the Colonel's burning vengeance is a gratifying sight to behold. Each wave of flames is like all 5 stages of grief condensed into a single snap of Mustang's fingers. It shouldn't come as a shock that this lives on as one of the most famous scenes in all of Fullmetal Alchemist, both the original and Brotherhood. It's just that good. Number 4, Levi goes beast mode. Attack on Titan. Throughout its run, Attack on Titan had a knack for melting social media, streaming services, and really anything else it got close to. Moments like this are precisely why. Led by Erwin, the death march of the Survey Corps rookies is easily one of the most stirring scenes in the series. Yet somehow Levi swoops in and immediately one-ups them with a dizzying attack on the Beast Titan. There's no other word for it, it's epic. Plain and simple. Given that the Beast Titan had literally just finished slaughtering his comrades, this butchering feels particularly deserved too. Attack on Titan fans break the internet a lot, but at least it's for good reason. Number 3, Ultra Instinct Mastered. Dragon Ball Super. There's no discussing record-breaking anime without bringing Dragon Ball into the conversation, and no moments in the franchise sent audiences into hysteria more than Goku stepping into the realm of godhood. As the Tournament of Power comes to its end, Goku finds himself on the ropes when up against Jiren the Grey's seemingly overwhelming might. That is, until he finally ditches the blue hair for silver, attaining the form known as Ultra Instinct.
Goku's done it, hasn't he? He's finally achieved it.
Yes.
The results speak for themselves. Not since he first went Super Saiyan has a DB brawl sent the fandom alight.
This is Autonomous Ultra Instinct!
Number 2, Gone, Gone, Gone. Hunter x Hunter. Everyone has a breaking point, even someone as happy-go-lucky as Gon. Ironically, he used his breaking point to then literally break Neferpito's face. Although, thanks to a dangerous Nen-boosted power-up, there isn't much left of the Chimera Ant at all by the time Gon's done. Admittedly, Pitto wasn't the only one caught off guard by this turn of events. It felt like Gon's sinister new look had everyone's jaw on the floor. Not just because this was the beatdown to end all beatdowns, but because Gon was barely recognizable anymore. For the sake of all of our hearts, fingers crossed no one makes Gon this angry ever again. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Daddy Nanami, Jujutsu Kaisen. Look, there's no predicting what scenes or moments the internet will latch onto. Anime fans just like what they like, and apparently they really, really like Nanami. More specifically, they like when he's holding Haruta's hair and getting real up close and personal to their face. To be fair, it's still a ruthless pummeling at the end of the day, but that didn't stop Nanami fans around the world from going absolutely nuts with lust. It really goes to show how much power a single frame of anime can have. If Jujutsu Kaisen is smart, they'll spruce up some more scenes like this. It's doing wonders for them. Which of these battles had you by the throat? Let us know in those comments below. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.